Yeah. Vision again. RSR, let me tell you what I'm saying. The youth say a lot of them refuse it, but it don't matter cause I come to put a message in the music. To put a message in the although the youth say a lot of them refuse it, I go put it in the music. Them with the gun down in the ghetto, them abuse it, see, I go put it in the music. Blissful melodies come from heaven, so His praise are given to the King that given it. And I know many go refuse it, still I go put it in the music. Before they teach the youths about the ABCs, they teach about the Uzis and the M16s. They mess up the psyche of the young babies who grow up with no respect for the young ladies. Oh, sir, the place get corrupt. My voice had to raise and I can't stay quiet. And like a souffle, whole place will erupt. Every positive youth, let we blaze a fire. Although the youth say a lot of them refuse it, I go put it in the music. Them with the gun down in the ghetto, them abuse it, Lord, but I go put it in the music. Blissful melodies come from heaven, so His praise are given to the King that given it. And I know many go refuse it, still I go put it in the music. See, we don't need no forward, them boy coward. Do it for the likes, but the standards lowered. Following the hype, them abuse them powers. Who go teach the youths them morals? All of them wanna just fly out overseas, jump up on a plane just to mash up on a stage. They just want fame, everybody know the name. I don't fret if the radio to play my song again. I go play it if the youth see a lot of them refuse it, I go put it in the music. Them when the gun down in the ghetto, them abuse it, Lord, but I go put it in the music. God, blissful melodies come from heaven. Its praise are given to the King that given it. And I know many go refuse it, still I go put it in the music. I go put it in the music. Many get it wrong, but it's more than just a song. Pen the words the right way, you can turn the world around. The word is teaching one thing, while the world teaching the wrong thing. So I go stand for something, and it don't matter what nobody say. Although a lot of them refuse it, I go put it in the music. Them with the gun down in the ghetto, them abuse it, Lord, but I go put it in the music. Cause blissful melodies come from heaven, so His praise are given to the King that given it. And I know many go refuse it, but I go put it in the, I go put it in the music, put it in the, I go put it in the, I go put it in the music, Judah, put it in the, say we go put it in the music, everybody, let me hold our vibes, open your eyes, please don't compromise. Hey, you better watch what you're writing, cause it's frightening. The kind of music for the youth and them liking. It's evil spirits for the youth them inviting. Lucky they get strike down with lightning. Boy, it's frightening, the world blighted. The youth could really use a little enlightening. Yeah, so I says I'm gonna put it in the music. Oh Lord,
be strong and courageous. God already won the battle for you. Just keep rising, keep striving, keep shining, and go through. Be strong and courageous. Put God first in all you do. Just keep rising, keep striving, keep shining, and go through. Whatever the matter at hand, God is able, He can deliver you. Only trust in Him. And whatever are the circumstances, place your struggles before Him. We serve a God who cares about us. We serve a God in whom we can trust. And He created man from the dust. God is a God who makes my heart sing. Praise to the Father, Almighty King. Yeah, put your all in Him. There ain't no way He can be defeated. You can be more than a conqueror. Just put everything out and be strong and courageous. God already won the battle for you. Just keep rising, keep striving, keep shining, and go through. Be strong and courageous. But God first in all you do. Just keep rising, keep striving, keep shining. God has for you a master plan. Trust in Him without reserve, and He will see you through, yeah. You may not even understand it. Put your faith within His word. He's gonna rise you up from the dirt. Christ, the solid rock to stand. All of the ground is sinking sand. God is a God, He's King of Kings. Stand with Him and you shall win. So put it all in Him. There ain't no way He can be defeated. You can be more than a conqueror. So put your faith in God and be strong and courageous. God already won the battle for you. Just keep rising, keep striving, keep shining, and go through. Be strong and courageous. But God first in all you do. Just keep rising, keep striving, keep shining, and go through. So you gotta be strong. See your battle through. Let God fight for you, yeah. God will fight for you. Yeah, you gotta be strong. Stand up on your feet, yo. Don't accept defeat, no. Claim your victory and be courageous, like David was. Bold and brave as he stood and won. Always be mindful, Jesus is able, and through Christ you can do all things, yeah. For it's the seed that gives you strength.
We're inside.
Yo.
Drinking a bottle of poison, expecting the next man to death. Cause you know that drinking a bottle of poison could never be good for your health. So why do some people keep holding in hatred and wishing bad on someone else? They only damaging themselves. Stop taking poison vitamins. Every little thing people do keeps on bothering you taking poison vitamins. Daily your dosage get stronger, my brother. I say that's a poisonous life to live. Mindset to keep your life.
Alright, so we go going after this one. We want to go in one time.
Hold on to love.
One time.
Hold on to God, but don't hold no grudge. Hold on to love.
Alright, so we live and direct. Nicely.
Alright, good night everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulties we have been facing tonight. But we're here now. We're ready. We're ready to have a lively and a very important discussion concerning making money through music. Can we make money through music in the Caribbean? That's the question. Hopefully we can answer some of those questions tonight. My name is David Barker and this is the Sound Off Podcast with my host
Judah Peters from Redemption Studios.
And Bijan Pierre, your friendly gospel artist. Friendly neighborhood gospel artist.
All right, well, before we begin, I'd just like to say share the live, share it with a friend, share it to somebody who you think this information could be important to, and we'll just have a little prayer before we officially start. Yeah, Judah, take us through.
All right, so Father, we thank you this evening. We thank you that we are here, God. We thank you that you have afforded us the technology, the every single thing possible to be on air this evening, live on Facebook and on YouTube. We thank you for the inspiration. We thank you for the giftings that you have placed in our hearts. And I pray tonight, God, that as we go into this discussion, God, we would be able to shine light and help others like ourselves, to understand how we can channel our funding, how we can make money from what we do. We thank you for David. We thank you for 10 Strings. We thank you for even, BeatOven and even Redemption Studios as we come together to collaborate on this venture. I pray it's going to be a success tonight. Thank you for everything that you're about to do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Right. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Once again, share the live, share it to somebody that could maybe benefit. We're gonna get into some serious discussion concerning can we make money through music. Before that, we also have a segment where what it's called again, artists to watch. So we'll be having our first artist to watch. We'll put that person on display. We have a little video from that person as well. So we'll also share their links and the information in the description of this video so you can check them out. So let's get straight into the thing. We have people waiting for a while now, so let's go deep in the discussion. Who wanna go first with the first show? Can we is it true? Can we make money from music, especially in gospel music? Can we really make money? Especially right now. I know the number one way that most gospel artists or most artists make money is from shows. They turn on shows now.
True.
They ain't getting no bookings right now. I had a little online. The only thing that I saw, I had an online show that was from Golden Eagle. That was earlier during the pandemic. But can we really make money? You guys are Bijan. You will start with Bijan first. You is the artist.
Definitely.
Right? The resident artist right now on the platform. So
can we make money?
Yeah.
Yes, the easy answer is yes. The process, however, it takes a lot of education. I'm still learning of the many different avenues. Like I know of a few. I know of digital distribution. Also know of publishing rights. Like there's publishing. There's a BMI. Should I get out that one? There's like BMI and stuff.
Yeah.
Also there's the cut, the local royalty collectors. But it's really about educating yourself on the different avenues because I realize out there a lot of people miss out on the earnings they could receive. And you can also monetize on YouTube. YouTube pays even in the Caribbean. YouTube pays. Yeah. So the easy answer is yes. Outside of the norm, which is shows, bookings, these are the avenues. I know Judah has some avenues as well.
Yeah. You finish?
Yeah.
All right. So being a artist, and not only an artist, but anyone that does music, as Bijan said, is educating yourself. And we ever hear the Bible, part of the Bible talk what we perish for a lack of knowledge. Yeah. God have blessed us with this gift, and we ought to study this thing, treat it like a craft. And I'm telling you, once you get to the bottom of it, you're gonna understand exactly what it is all about. So starting first, you want to be an artist. One of the things that you could do is first you could be connected to a PRO. And as Bijan was saying, a PRO is basically a performance rights organization. So in the Caribbean, we have COTT. That's copyright of
Organization
Trinidad
of
and
Trinidad.
Tobago. I don't have all the details. If somebody have it, they could always just read it out. So they are collectors. They collect royalties for writers and authors. So you could get money from there as well. So if you wrote a song, um, whether it be music, if you wrote the music, you played a guitar, you sing a background, um, even if you switch a melody line, that you could get money for that. And how you get money for that is when they would normally credit the PRO would normally give all the writers money, right? So every time the music play on the radio, every time it play in let's say a store, you walk into a store and you hear music playing, all as revenue to collect. So the
Yeah.
PRO takes care of that, right? They handle performance. They handle performances wherever that track would play. They would collect royalties from there, and also it have some other revenues as well. What they collect mechanical royalties as well. So it have performance royalties and it have mechanical royalties. So a PRO takes care of that. So what some people do, some people are a member of CUT. If you're not a member of CUT and you are not, you're doing artist work, I would encourage you to get registered. Even if you did one song. Now I think the process to register with CUT is that you need to release your first song and then go and register it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's one
The
avenue you
price
could
to
collect money
register is
from.
about
It's
what?
And then
150.
other places where you can collect money from now is on the master recording side. When you have this final product, so all the writers came together, everybody came together and they made a song.
Mm-hmm.
When that song is completed, we can decide, or the writers could decide,
Mm-hmm.
the owners of it could decide how we're going to split whatever we get uh from digital sales, digital streams, even if you put the song in an album. So you could get money from there as well. Um, when you collect money, so who takes care of that is basically your music distributor. Out there,
Yeah.
it have plenty music distributor. I think it's probably had it when I was last time I checked, it have over like 200 music distributors. But in the Caribbean, we oftentimes hear about DistroKid, Fox Fuse, um, help me Bijan, Amuse.
Amuse, CD Baby.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Help me.
Amuse, CD Baby.
Mhm.
TuneCore.
Chinko is
And
one
the
of the
list.
first ones
Yeah.
Mhm.
you hear about.
So you could collect money from there as well, right? So every time someone go on Spotify and they stream that music, now you would collect money from every time like somebody stream. I think you need like 129 streams. 129 streams to get 99 cents.
Yeah. It's tough.
It
Tough
real
out
tough,
here.
guys. Guys, it real tough. Like
All right,
you
hey,
need
Judah.
tell me.
All right. Let's take a pin in that.
Mhm.
Um, I think it's very important to have all those things on stream and have it in play. But for me, in terms of the management side and the background side, what I think a
Mhm.
lot of people and a lot of artists need to understand that you need to also create a brand, have a platform. These things will contribute to your music getting out there. So it's important to be professional and have your stuff readily available online. You need to have your social media stuff up and running, professionally done. You need to be able to, for person to access the links to your songs as well. You need to post your songs. You need to share your music. You need to promote your music, market it, make sure that your
And to,
brand is strong.
and to add to what you just said, David, these when you look outside of the Caribbean, people don't take you serious if you don't have digital a digital presence. If your
True.
music can be found on Apple Music and Spotify and stuff,
Yep.
you're a
Yeah, you need
joker.
to have a
They
digital
don't take you serious.
footprint. You need to have
Yeah.
a digital footprint. And sometimes I think a lot of artists now, now getting into music or in the Caribbean on a whole, sometimes neglect the brand part of that. And let's say in gospel music, sometimes it kind of have a taboo attached to you as an artist being professional like that, or having a manager, having things put together, having your emails in order. Oh, you have to how to contact me. Sometimes people see that as, oh, is it not about ministry no more? I thought you supposed to be a singer. You talk about contact your manager, or this is the link to my song, or this. But remember this: if I always tell people that for you to continue doing this music, there's a lot of investment need to come in play. You have to invest in your craft and invest in you because this takes a lot of time, money, and effort. And I will stress on the money part. A lot of money goes into what you see as the final product. So that is something that you should not neglect. Like for beginners, something as a properly branded Facebook page or Instagram page or YouTube page is important. Also invest in a, a logo, something like that, to build your presence online. One of the things that I find happening with some people is that they don't like to promote your song, their own song. People not gonna just find your songs like that. You will be
True.
lost in the whole. A lot of people putting out music, a lot of people putting out songs. You will be lost in the whole bundle of songs and production. You have to spend time in finding a way, unique ways how to market and promote your song. You need to have a plan. You need to have a
Yeah.
plan, an artist plan or production plan. You as a producer, you need to find creative way to get your music, your production or your instrumentals out there. How to contact people. You need to build an email list. There's a lot of things go into. It doesn't happen just like that. You have to present yourself. You have to have things in order and work it.
And
Have a
sometimes
plan. Yeah.
and sometimes it's also like if you're not sure about something, check check Professor Google, check Professor YouTube.
Yep.
Google.
I
Yeah.
have learned a lot. Just a simple question: how do I put my music on Apple Music?
Yeah.
How do I? What are the different streams of um, revenue from music distribution? Like all these things you will get the answers, but
Hmm.
if sometimes we just sign up with cut and we say, well, that's it. They collecting
Right?
my royalty.
Yeah.
Like some people don't even realize there are some platforms. I think some trader is one that you could put your music on and sign it up to be something that people on TV shows and stuff could consider your song. And I don't know if all they know, but once your song is played on a TV show,
Yep.
Hmm.
the kind of revenue that
Yep.
comes in from that is
Hmm.
crazy. You know, it has.
Especially as
Mhm.
especially if that show is in syndication or it playing all over the Caribbean or
Mhm.
the
And
world.
Netflix.
Mhm.
Oh,
Big
It
money.
has some people who sing one song and living their life from one song. I mean, being a one-hit wonder is not. I mean, yeah, everybody wants to have plenty songs, but if you have one good song, you can
Hmm.
tour the world with one song.
Mhm.
one song, and live your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One song. It takes one good song to be set for life, but you have to do it properly, and that's the
Yeah.
key thing. You have to function. You have to execute properly. Um, the day you take a shortcut, you're setting up yourself for failure. Well, you're only setting up yourself, and it wouldn't necessarily be failure, but you would miss out on so much. You know,
Yeah.
you will
So
like the extra benefits you could get. You, just because you're not really researching and trying to keep educating yourself. And the thing about music industry and all these things, you need to get keep with the trends. Like TikTok, TikTok is the place. You know,
Mhm.
I'm a guy still trying to figure out a way to break
ah,
into that TikTok market.
ah,
How it does work.
my head.
Yeah, no, bro, you get a song,
TikTok.
you get a trend song
TikTok could
on
definitely
TikTok,
blow up your song.
True.
TikTok
like
could. And
like
I've seen Instagram trying to come into that market with the reels.
with the
And
reels, yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Look
But
at like
basically
it
the
has
same
some
thing.
songs. It has some songs. You if I just hum them now, you know the songs. It have the it had that
Yeah.
one. Everybody know that song. That's a TikTok song. It also
And some
have
and
the you want to bamba, you want to chill with the
yeah.
big boys. These songs are TikTok songs. You know what I mean? Like other than TikTok, we wouldn't know these songs. And
True.
it when you connect this song to something, these people are being paid. Whether or not you get paid directly from TikTok or not, but your song is trending and now the
Big
interest
money.
in your song raise. And TikTok definitely pays as well. You know, so have a lot of avenues. You just need to be creative and find a way to make it work.
Yeah, and going back to what Bijan was saying about YouTube and Google and finding the information. If you're looking for the information, you would find it. Um, I think the only thing that I didn't really get much information for, especially for in the Caribbean, is how to get your YouTube monetized. Um, Basically, I had to that's something that I had to figure out on your own, but there are information out there to do that properly.
Yeah.
I think I might end up doing a video on showing people how step by step how to get their YouTube monetized, set it up or to get payments straight to your bank account down here. So, but it's about finding the information about making that step. You as an artist or whatever feel or whatever space you're in terms of music locally, is educating yourself. And if you don't educate yourself, if you expect it to happen by chance, you'll always be behind because it's moving so fast, information moving so fast, and you have to just be aware of what you're doing and getting yourself into. Be prepared. It's preparation, a lot of preparation, and investing in yourself. Yeah.
I just realized my mic was muted.
Oh,
Yeah, man, for sure.
there's something in terms of Bishan. I don't know if you could give a insight on this. Like
Mhm.
in the beginning of being an artist, a lot of artists trying to get bookings. Can you kind of give your experience in terms of that, like oh, from beginning to like no, how you think that progression is like? How does it? How you think that an artist could become a regular in the? Because sometimes it looks like it's a group of artists who just getting all the bookings.
Like, what my advice to that is eat some humble pie. Yeah,
What you say?
it's
What you,
eat some humble pie,
right?
especially as a new artist. Um, you may have what you might consider some of the biggest, your big song, at the point in time. But when people booking you, they wanna put you first. They might be like, nah, or they might give you some
Yeah.
kind of
Here's the walking artist.
small pay, some small kind of um, paying you for the gig, and it's like, but this one might be getting so much more. And I've seen artists, have problems with that, but really and truly is a progression. Like you have to take it step by step. You wouldn't just jump out there and be the headline of any show just like that. Or a million people never gonna be booking you for shows. You know what I mean? Like whatever opportunity you get, at whatever position you get, I personally doesn't mind. Put me first, put me last, put me in the middle, it don't matter. You understand? Just know
Yeah.
when you get called to do what you have to
Do
do
what
it
you
with
have to do.
all your mind. You know what I mean?
Take the
And
opportunity and don't waste the opportunity.
especially if it's gospel music you're doing. There is not a show thing, but this is a ministry, and you want to make sure that 15 minutes you get, you leave the audience with something. You understand? And the other artists will come and give what they have to give, and you give what you have to give. And as I say, eat some humble pie. Because if you start to take it on, you wouldn't get no bookings. You would turn down everything because you find you should get more money, or you find they're treating you like a small fry, they're paying you first, and all kind of shit in this. Forget about them things. Do what you had to do.
And they're asking you to perform, for the exposure. That
No, I draw a line there. I draw a line there. I draw a line there because,
ah,
I mean, you have to pay people, bro. You have to pay people. You may not pay the young artists the same amount as you pay the more seasoned artists. But don't tell me the exposure thing. I don't want no
especially if you show
exposure.
making money.
I don't want exposure. I want money.
Uh,
Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Especially if it's a paid, if it's a
Yeah.
yeah,
ticketed
especially if you're
event.
paying. Yeah.
Don't do me that. Don't do me that.
You want your money.
I don't want no exposure. People paying
Judah,
150 to come in your show and you tell me what exposure.
yeah,
Nah,
Judah.
don't do that.
A question here. You as a
Mhm,
mainly as a producer,
mhm,
what are some of the ways that like a producer can make money from his production? Because we know it kind of similar to what artists go through, and especially if you're young and upcoming producer, sometimes what I know of that sometimes I
mhm.
think artists take kind of advantage of the those young producers coming up. They don't really know what the music is about. All they know to do is just
Make a
make
beat.
beats. They
Mhm.
don't know the behind the scenes. They don't know the back end, and they get caught up. You know what the thing is. So give us a little. You rather tell everybody the whole thing. Give us a little tip. Because
Yeah,
if
yeah.
for those who want that deep information, you could contact Judah and could have a little consultation with them. But give us
Right, right.
something that you could
See ya.
give them some hope.
Yeah, I mean, making money as a producer, different avenues. I would say first getting the information, right? So whole night we would have been talking about this, like get the information. And what information? I would say a music producer is an artist. The only thing a
Mm-hmm.
music producer don't do is go on stage, but he
Mm-hmm.
is an artist. So the same thing a artist would do is the same thing the producer should be doing. So one, you could just get your stuff registered, your instrumental registered. Um, could probably put some stamps on it when you're sending it out because out there it are real cut up, man. Take your instrumental, go sing on it. You see it on YouTube, millions of views. You know what I mean? So you get the information that is needed. You secure yourself. That's the first thing. Secondly, you could start doing rhythms. So in the Caribbean, we understand a rhythm to be one instrumental, various artists singing different songs. Um, that's an avenue where producers could make some income there. In terms of, if you scout probably some big names, let's just say some people who known, you find that the rhythm would get plenty traction. Yeah. So rhythms is one that you could look into. Selling beats is the other thing. Um, some of the other ways is voiceovers. Um, People just come into your studio to do um, just regular. They want to sing on a track. It's not a track you made, but they want to use your facility to do some
Just to lay down
vocal.
the vocals.
Yeah, just to lay down the vocals. Advertisement. We oftentimes don't look at that because we look at that like, hey, that just 30 seconds, you know. Yo, that have big
Right.
money in it.
Yep,
70,
definitely.
80, 100
Big money in
thousand.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
corporate money.
I'm not going to say that. If it's like for one of these big uh corporate companies out there where they don't mind giving the person who voicing the ad, they don't mind giving them 80,000 just to do that. A piece in that pie could be yours. But again, you had all the information. Yeah.
Yep.
So even voiceovers, then you could get some stuff from doing singles. Singles is a other way. When I say singles, I mean one instrumental, one song. It belongs to the artist or whoever contacted you. One song. You could make some money on that as well. Um, then you could you
Judah,
could
Judah,
hmm?
don't give them everything.
No, well, I ain't giving everything. I mean, everything that I touch on
No,
there
hold
is
on.
just like the
Before you
heading.
continue, advice to producers especially, make sure that you have also a contract in place. So
Yes.
when you start to do, before you even decide on working together, or coming into the studio, make sure you have a contract in place stating whatever agreement you have it in writing. That is so
Yeah.
important because when
And I want to stress on that too. Sorry to cut you there, but that is so important. And you know, even to the artists as well. Don't go and sing on a song and you didn't organize splits. You didn't have a discussion with splits. We have a thing in the Caribbean now where we have major artists would go to studios and as a producer growing up, you want some big names on your instrumental. You want some big names, men like Bijon Pear and them. you, you, you want me, you want me like Bijon. You want me like Bijon Pear on board. I mean, so hey, I lost my train of thought.
You see,
Yeah, you
very
want me,
shit with us.
you want me like Bijon Pear and them singing on your instrumental. So like when an artist, most producers I know today, they have this mentality like, they're trying to get out there. So they're gonna accept anything that comes the
yeah,
way that come the way then. So
especially if it's a unknown person, they will overlook
mhm,
certain things and say, this is what they say. Now we go handle that later. We go handle that later.
yeah,
When later
yeah.
come, that never happen.
And I would tell you this, you, that mentality, I think we need to get out of that mentality. That mentality of every artist that go to a studio should be asking, yo, where's the agreement? Whether you're a small artist, big artist, not so big, yo, where's the agreement with this? Because I tell you, if you don't have that discussion, things does get real choppy real quick because
Mm-hmm.
the producer would be sitting down and he would say, well, all right, I made the beat, I mixed the beat, I mixed the song, and all them do is just come in my studio and sing. So you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I think I should get 80%. You see that there? You think you
Mm.
should get? No, that
Mm-hmm.
should be communicated. And a
Before
lot
and
of
yeah.
a lot of bacchanal, as we say in the Caribbean, could be avoided if we have that discussion. So I am speaking on behalf of producers as well. We have this fear. We're real fearful to have this discussion day one, like
Mm-hmm.
from day one. We have that fear. So even to artists as well, when you go into a studio, have that discussion. Help the producer see how important splits are. You know what I mean? Because that thing does get real choppy real quick, boy.
I spoke with a guy in the UK sometime last month, and
Mm-hmm.
well, he's a very prominent songwriter. He worked with basically everybody, all the big
Mm-hmm.
names. And he was saying the same thing. He was saying everybody that contributed to the song, cool wants everybody poor. But the minute these songs start to make money
Mm-hmm.
is when trouble is. The minute money start to be made on the project is when problems is arise. And the only way I could see problems arise is because, as you say, no conversation was had,
Yeah,
no
no conversation.
no agreements, no, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and even as I deal with that, there's also space for the musicians and the background vocalists to be collecting royalties if they choose that method. You know, you as a
Yeah.
background vocalist could be like, I wouldn't charge you to record, but my payment I
Mm-hmm.
want 20% of the splits, the master, 20% of the master.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It
Mm-hmm.
could be negotiated anyhow, you know,
Yes.
but just be clear and
Up
that is
front,
help because
day one.
this thing is a very tricky thing. You see,
Yeah.
it comes from intellectual property. You understand? There's no price on that.
True.
There's no price you can put on somebody's creativity. So if I
True.
contribute to something, whether it's by the songwriting or by the melody or whatever, I could price my thing at $50,000, and I can have all right to do so because that's how much I believe I am worth. You
Yeah.
understand? So it's really about when we talk about it, like come to a decision and move forward. And once everybody happy, the project is nice.
And I would tell you this, right? Like I recognize like a slight trend that is taking place now. And some of I should say more like the persons that wrote the song. We oftentimes look at the person that wrote the song and build the track,
Yeah.
but we don't look at the background vocalists and these things. That is super important
Mhm.
by law, and this is something that I just did a little research. Like a guitarist is entitled to 5%.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Anybody who
No.
contribute to the creativity of that song, sometimes even persons who in the room. If a
Mm-hmm.
man in the room while you're producing something or you're writing something and he say, hey, change this word to this word, he was a part of the creative process.
But you know, we oftentimes would overlook them because they didn't really wrote the lyrics. But they played that guitar on your song,
Yeah.
give you a certain vibe. I tell you, down to a wood block is a vibe.
Mm.
The man that played the wood block, like we say, like in reggae music, when you hear a wood block in reggae music, give you a certain feeling. it will dictate how you would write and how you would lay down stuff. So he's super important as well. Shouldn't be overlooked. But now
Yeah.
we have persons educating themselves, and I would say some musicians give it away too free. So let's say in Trinidad and Tobago, an average guitar man may take a 500, a 700, just say.
Mm.
But he still doesn't even know that he entitled to a little 5%, a little
Yeah.
2%. Imagine you played guitar on, just using example. Let's say like back in the day, like a Bob Marley, on No Woman Don't Cry or one out of these songs. 2% on that, that song's still playing today.
For the
Yeah.
rest of your life.
Top of the reggae charts.
So going forward, we really have to take into consideration that, as artists and even producers, because without the artist, the producer can't do nothing, really do nothing. We all have to start honoring each other in these places, these simple places, and it goes a long way. Because me collecting royalties from an, let's say I did 100 songs so far, me collecting 5%, 2%, at the end of the day, I would be able to buy a next studio mic. I would be able to buy an interface. But when we leave these things and we don't equally divide the thing properly, a guitar man who could have been playing guitar for the next 10 years, he had to rack up now and go to T and Tech or go WASA or maybe start a little 10 days project. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
So royalties goes, the money in the music, it goes a long way. Even though it's small, it goes a long way.
All
And
right.
and
So
if you start with the discipline from now in the little things,
Yeah.
start with the discipline in the little things like the cut forms. Talking about that Judas, I signed that cut form.
I don't sign that,
But
man. Don't
yeah,
worry.
your cut form. Start with the discipline on that. Also, start with the discipline also of having the conversation before you get wild with the project. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes people just run in wild on the project and gone in and then midway or probably to the end, then they start to talk about splits and this and that. And that's if they even that's if they
yeah.
even I don't know about that. Yeah. That's if
Yeah.
they even have the conversation at all. You know?
Yeah.
So
But I could say this. When producers just feel it,
mm,
and I could speak because I'm a producer.
mm,
Producers normally feel it. See, as the song produce, it's mastered and it's out there. When they
mm,
come down from that high, it is recognized, but wait now, nothing. All I just have is somebody calling my name. Hey, big up Judah Peters, bye.
Yeah.
But you have nothing at the end of the day. The guitarist would recognize, but wait now, salt,
Yeah.
yes, nothing.
And so I think there, let's say in the gospel industry, I think sometimes a lot of people have these kind of information, and are working with producers, working with artists, and wouldn't share those information with others. Like in terms of splits, if you have that information and you're working with a producer or an artist, I think it's your responsibility to say, hey, boy, this is what I'm doing. I'm registering this song, I'm registering this project. Let's do this thing proper. Sometimes I think probably artists, producers sometimes take that and leave that information out, and they take everything in the back end. I think that is something that is unethical.
And one thing to add as well. Um, Again, just being transparent with the conversation.
mhm,
Sometimes you artists have management companies. but it's so easy for one little detail to get messed up.
Mm.
And like persons who does do it would know. Like every song, let's say for example, every song have its own ISRC code, right?
Yeah.
A code could get messed up, especially like when you're doing rhythms. One code, you could give the wrong person the
Mhm.
wrong code, and that
Yeah.
whole thing just shift where money is collected, who is collecting the money, one little code. So artists do have management companies that manage their affairs. It have some artists, it have artists, plenty artists, not only gospel, but all around the world, especially like artists who under management. They don't know how to upload their songs to YouTube.
No.
No, that's why they hired their management company. So right in there, details just get messed up. Oh, I forget to credit the producer. Oh gosh, I forget to
Hmm.
put in the man who write the song. So right there,
Ah,
it is so important
do that.
that we no
Do that.
sorry, sorry,
I
David.
don't think that is something that you should forget. Oh, you're gonna forget that.
No, I
Because
would tell you this.
when you
It's
register
possible.
that song,
Mhm,
when you register that song,
mhm.
you had to put that kind of information in there.
But I would tell you this. I would tell you this, David. The artists of their own self not responsible to putting in that information there. Just saying. Let's say I give Bijan Pay a song. He don't really know. Well, Bijan Pay is the artist. Let's say you is the management company. You don't have a clue who I am. All you know, Bijan Pay give you a song.
No, I
And
would know. I would ask. I would ask.
well, we have management
Yeah,
companies that
Bijan know that. Hey, I one thing I do. Who write this song? Who produced this song? Get us on the song. Who mix? Who master? You have to have that information as a manager. You have that information.
so we
You
encouraging
can't get
management
complacent.
companies tonight then.
Yes, of course. I could speak on that department because that is something that is very important. Like
Yes.
somebody intellectual property, like somebody creation, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that in starting 10 strings music group, that's one of the things that I try to maintain in terms of that back end, that ownership. I've worked with probably 10, 12 artists. I have never taken any ownership of anybody's music. Because that is a creation, that's intellectual, but that comes from your mind. That is yours, that's somebody's baby. And I always try to give everybody who works on any kind of project credit. Write that down. Make sure that you post that. Make sure that everything in order. That is very important. And I think that's something that happens a lot in this space that we are in. That
Yeah.
persons not being transparent and forthcoming.
People feel very slighted when they put out something to a project and
And yet,
you ain't mention them. You know what I mean?
yep.
Yeah.
Give credit where credit is due. Always. Always.
Yeah, man.
Always.
So
Give credit where credit is
making
due.
money is possible.
Of course, it's more than possible.
It's
And
possible.
you guys talk from a producer standpoint,
Mhm.
and Bijan talk from an artist standpoint. I could give some information in terms of the artist management standpoint. What I do, I'm not too sure if a lot of people do what I do, like how I do it. But my idea was obviously, not obviously, but not to make money from off the artist, because I know what I was getting myself into. I know what gospel music is about, especially in the Caribbean, especially in Trinidad and Tobago. There's not a lot of money in it when we started out. My goal was to just help and build and to create a platform or create a team I could assist the artist and build from that. And as time progressed, my plan was to, okay, I can make money around the music. You know? And using music as a platform, you know. So what I did, I invested in equipment, I invested in the brand, I invested in getting the when I get the music, I invested in how we could distribute and display the music. So when that started to grow and when that started to build, you know, other artists outside of Ten Strings itself came and asked for services. So that's how I try to do things around that. So there's a way in terms of management, like, let me be transparent. It has sometimes, well, I
Go in,
have to
man.
use Bijan as an example because, yeah, Bijan. I don't even see Bijan as me managing Bijan. That's my business partner, I don't say. Because that's the relationship we have. But it have many times, let me the pour the man business out there. But it has some times that Bijan got bookings and stuff, and I was like, and we have an agreement on certain things. But I was like, when we was building, it's like, boy, take back that money and invest, you know? We working together, we could do, hey, I have a project outside of this. Hey, let's work together, let's do this, let's make this together because I would feel like if you get a booking for $500. What we splitting this? What like really? Why we just
True, eh?
split that for? That don't make
True.
no sense to me. It's like,
True.
my idea was always once it gets something coming in, let's invest it back in the music, and that takes a lot of sacrifice. That takes a lot of maturity to do. Because sometimes when you get the money in your hand, you want to do something else with it. It takes a lot of maturity to say, I'm putting it back in the music and investing in this equipment, you know, so we don't have to outsource for video, we don't outsource for production. I know Bijan is a man who invests a lot of money in studio stuff, you know. So sometimes people might think that, hey boy, this man again, songs coming out, you know, he on Spotify, you know, he doing this, he doing that, but sometimes it just as you receive, it go right back into the music, you know. So that is some ways for me as an somebody who works behind the scenes, try to, you know, kind of make money from that, and it has gotten better over the years. But in the beginning, it was salt. You don't know that it was zero. It was, it was salt.
Humble
But you had
pie,
to
humble pie.
what? You had to keep going. You had to keep going. You know, and that's something that a lot of people give up too early because they expect to make like for artist managers, producers, they give up because they expect to make money one time, and that could never be the goal when you're starting out this stuff, especially in the in gospel music. It's at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's ministry too, and there's a purpose. And I have received more in terms of the satisfaction of seeing beautiful music come out, people loving the music, people are inspired by the music. You know, that is um, something that I feel much more satisfied than the monetary gain. Although I want that, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
pretend like because
No.
it helps you continue this. It helps you
True.
continue this because come on, the financial part is very important to continue because
Mm-hmm.
as we all know it's time consuming number one, but fun sometimes could be financial strain. Especially if you don't produce your own music. Sometimes some artists can't even write their own music. Um, they don't do their own music video. They don't do their own graphics and artwork and branding. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't do their own stuff. So I tried to. That was always the plan to be able to do those things, and then people come to ask for those services. So that's kind of a way that we kind of make money from it, you know. But to answer the full question, it is very possible. Yeah, it is very possible to make money from it. Once you have the patience, once you have the love and the passion for it, and you take care of the back end of the business, because you had to treat it like a business too, even though it is a lot of ministry involved in it, and you had to just say, all right, the next one. But you had to take care of the business. You had to do it. You had to be professional. You had to be on time. You had to work with people. You know, that professional part and that branding part people kind of overlook. But you
Yeah.
want people to take you seriously and present yourself as that. You can teach people how to treat you
True.
and be upfront. And be upfront. You know.
So David, could we do the artist watch
Of
one,
course, we're going into that
and then
now.
yeah, if there's anything we always
So
just go
this is
back.
an important segment that we're trying to highlight to upcoming artists. Guys, you can share the live, share it to everybody, share it to people. They could even watch it after the live is over. It will be available on YouTube and Facebook. But share it. This is good information to help the artists coming up. Show them that it is possible to do this and make money from it and continue and probably live off of it as well. You know? So guys, this is a segment that is very important. It's called Artists to Watch. So we have our first artist to watch on Sound of Podcast, and Judah will take it away. Which one you posting the post? The video or the artwork?
Just the video.
All right. So yep, artists to watch. You got drum roll.
Hi guys, I want to thank you so much for making me the artist to watch this week. My name is Thandiwe Mullermans, and I go by the sobriquet Thandiwe. And I've started my journey during the pandemic, and it's been a true privilege to be able to minister and to sing for the kingdom. So I really look forward to this journey. And going further, I want to thank 10 Strings for guiding me and giving me such good advice on you should always have a team. So I really thank them for being so kind and generous of their time and working with me to make me the artist to watch. I really appreciate you guys, and again, thank you.
Yes, that's the artist to watch one. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tan, this is a good one. She's a great one. She has the passion for this and some wonderful songs. I know she have a song coming out soon, so we will have our information in the description, so you can go and check out her music. I know she's on all the streaming platforms as well. She has one release so far, but she's coming with a lot of new music, man. So let's look forward to that.
We don't have one of our songs lined up there.
Not at the moment.
No.
No,
Yes.
not at the moment.
See if we could pull it up before so we can end with it.
Yeah, like we ending with that song.
Do we have it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so really hope this
So the small
this episode
segment.
yeah, we hope this episode was one that assisted or was informative in some way. And always know you can always contact 10 Strings Event Developmental Company if you need a personal consultation. Yeah? David, I have that right?
Yes. Consultation, you know.
If you want more in-depth info, and we are all part of the consulting. So depending on what aspect you need help with, we're all here to assist you personally in whatever your personal, direct, immediate needs would be when it comes to music. Yeah, so guys, this was Sound Off. Another night.
I don't have the song on record.
You don't have a song.
The featured artist today. I don't have any music from her.
You don't have it?
Huh?
We have that, man.
I think I just sent it to you. No?
Email?
No?
No, we had to play that song. I'll send that to you, Judah.
Send it email, please. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Yeah, but the conversation was nice today, man. I enjoyed. For they give me a chance, I go down in the hole.
Bro, we could talk about this. We could talk this whole day.
Stick up in there, Judah.
We didn't welcome the viewers tonight. Who we have on the.
Oh yeah, man. Let's check out some of that as we get this song. Judah, now send it here.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Let's see, we have
online today.
Yeah, Master Casey.
Master Casey said normalize ownership. Facts.
That's on YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. You created, you're supposed to own it. Master Casey said my bank account only holds cash.
not exposure.
I see a message from Rebecca. Bro, I've been telling you to come on TikTok. Nah, good.
Say that again?
Yeah, I've been telling me to come on TikTok. Yeah.
Bro, I bash TikTok so much when I just come on. But it is the future.
Yeah,
it is.
Stuff on TikTok, bro.
It is.
Yeah, man.
It feels weird, though.
Yeah.
Probably too old.
Yeah.
Somebody asked about, does events management create an income? Definitely. Throwing an event, throwing a concert, throwing some kind of event would definitely create an income. That's such an important part of the industry, and because you need events and they know how to put together a proper event organization is important. Yeah, man, definitely.
I see on Facebook we have a new viewer, Wendell Bruce. You get some noise for Wendell. Man.
Hey, Wendell, big up yourself, boy.
Big up yourself, Wendell.
Bruce.
Yeah, man. I see we also have Mina Bagwandin.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. Yeah. Nice, man. Guys, thanks for tuning in. This is a segment we have. Is it bi-weekly?
Yeah, bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. Every other week. Every other Tuesday.
Have a lineup there to that?
Yeah, I read.
Look out for what the next topic would be. And this is your brothers. David, go ahead. I think go ahead, David.
Thanks to Bijan for making it tonight. Bijan was not feeling well at all. And he came through. He was down and out. Like, you see that the kind of passion we have out there. The man was down and out. He was on like tune.
Yeah.
And he came through. He said, but we're going.
Make a little concoction. If you make a concoction. Big up coffee one time.
Big up coffee one time.
Nice. It wasn't looking good.
No, it wasn't looking good.
It wasn't looking promising.
I want to let go there. I feel like
we had as well. Yeah, but this was an important topic today. And then people know that it is possible, it can be done, and it is being done. And we have had the experience where we have seen it in our personal lives and seen others do it. So you just have to make sure that you have the information and have a plan, move forward, be professional. Yeah, it's possible, man. Definitely. You had this song lined up, did you, that?
Yeah. We ready
So
to
We
go?
going out with this song?
So, guys, have a good night. God bless.
Have a good
and
one,
for
everybody.
tuning in. See you guys next 2 weeks on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Have a nice topic coming up for you guys. So, we out.
We out. Have a blessed night, everybody.
In contemplation of all you do, the definition of love is you. You took all my sin and shame and died for me. I'm eternally grateful. You have always been faithful. I give glory to your name, Jehovah. I want to worship at your throne forever. My lips will shout for joy when I sing praises to you, 'cause you've always been my provider, by my side, yeah. Great is your love towards me. I give thanks and everything. I'm amazed by who you are. My heart belongs to you and only you. You're worthy of all the praise, Jesus.
Only you alone are worthy of all the praises, honor, and the glory. It's grace, Lord, I don't deserve it. I keep falling short, I'm so far from perfect. When I didn't choose you, try to do my own thing, you still chose me. You went looking for your lost sheep, you ain't go to sleep like Bo Peep. Father, I'm amazed by your reckless love. How you would leave the 99 for one, 'cause I'm nothing more than just a prodigal son. Nowhere that I can run, and nothing separates us from your love. And no one can take your place, you are my God.
You are my savior and